How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 6 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. This episode is titled Just Jen. Now, last episode was basically a filler episode. We went to court with Titania because Titania was suing Jen for using the name She-Hulk, and she won the case by having her dates show up and proving that she actually used the name She-Hulk before Titania had the trademark, I'm pretty sure. And, you know, she won the case. Titania was pissed and say, "It's not over, do-do-do." And then she left with one of the people that Jen had a date with. And then there was a B-plot which focused on Pug and Nikki going to, like, this costume designer who designs costumes for, like, superheroes. And they said they want Jen to have, like, a suit that, you know, changes with her size. So when she's Jen, it changes, and when she's She-Hulk, she changes. It adapts to what form she's in. And then by the end of the episode, we had Jen going to get her costume from, I think his name's Luke, who then went to, you know, wrap up another suit for another character, also known as Daredevil, which is pretty exciting, but, I mean, it wasn't like, whoa, holy shit, considering he was in the trailer, you know? But it is exciting to get him, like, properly in the MCU and see, like, his costume or his helmet, you know? So I'm pretty excited to see him. If he'll be in this episode, I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't he be? Why tease him last episode just to not have him in this one? It'd be a bit weird. The only thing we don't really know about still is whoever attacked Jen in, like, episode 3, wasn't it? So maybe we'll get a little bit more of that in this episode. Who knows? And obviously, maybe Daredevil, like I said. Hopefully. We'll see. So yeah. Let's stop doodling around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode.
Thunderball, did you get it?
No. Are we going back to this?
It isn't over here.
I mean, we got, you know, there's a few more episodes left. Of course it isn't over. Might as well be, though, considering not much has fucking happened. Let's be honest. The fact that that intro is better than every episode just says something. Fuck. Why? You know, I fucking hate glitter. Like, glitter pisses me off.
The rehearsal dinner. What?
Oh my god! Lulu's an old friend from high school. She's like...
Wait,
knows
what?
my whole family.
Wedding?
My cousin Chet is DJing the wedding. What?
Yes.
Yes, it's a self-contained wedding episode. And if you think this is happening at an inconvenient time in the season, you're right, because that's how weddings always are. But I'm gonna look great, so let's go.
So it's a filler episode. It's a filler episode, right? Why? We've got 9 episodes. Why do we need a filler episode? You're just showing her up.
Wow, Jen. Can I talk to you for a second?
No.
No one's gonna be looking at me. All eyes are gonna be on you. It's your big day.
Everyone's looking at her.
It's me, Jen. Promise?
I promise.
Well, something's gonna go wrong, right? Fuck. See, the CG looks fine, though.
It's my big day.
Yeah, obviously, this is the one time I didn't want to show up as just Jen.
Just Jen.
All right, Mr. Holland.
Why do I care about this exactly? Like, yet again, I'm asking the same questions as I ask every episode.
It is.
Why do I care about this?
Dang.
Right. Yes, I know that this is not your typical divorce case, but I really need you to help me out. Otherwise, this settlement could bleed me dry. I find that you are emotionally suffocating me and you wear weird pajamas. Can you blame me for walking out into traffic during rush hour and putting an end to the whole issue right then and there? I can't die.
I'm sorry, and you think that this woman who has a law degree doesn't know what immortal means?
Well, but I thought that that lawyers were...
He's gonna kill himself
not be
right now.
judgmental.
No. Any of the ends are switching identity.
Yep. That's me with this show.
Are you dating a guy? A boy? Is there a boy in your life? Oh, no.
Team Edward or Jacob?
Oh, my...
Oh my fucking god, a Twilight reference. What year is this?
So good to
Why is
see
she here?
you. I happen to be dating a friend of the groom, and he invited me.
Who the fuck?
Hey, you're being very loud.
Jen, I hear you. Again, I do.
I'm I'm literally just here to celebrate the love of Lulu and her groom. That's all,
Sure.
okay? Not everything is about you, Jennifer.
I mean, it's her show, even though it doesn't feel like it. What the fuck's Daredevil did? You can't tease Daredevil. Then not have him, unless he's just going to pop up behind this bush.
I am Josh.
Jen.
Bride or groom?
Bride.
Groom. But it all kind of blends together.
Think you could help me like clean some stuff up around here, straighten up, take up some of these empties, like tidy up. I could really use your help with something inside.
Why? I mean, why are you not asking the people inside? Like, they're just, like, what the fuck?
$75,000 of credit card debt.
Oh, he killed himself and now he's back.
$1,000 on a New Orleans jazz funeral after Arnie accidentally swallowed a cyanide pill.
Anyway, you saw this man walk into a busy intersection, and then he gets hit by like 4 different cars.
Lucky you're not in prison.
I will never understand women.
What is she? Oh, this is the wedding.
We're playing Mario Kart, and their shirts got all wrinkled.
What?
Oh my god, from a video game?
Yeah. So you're on ironing duty, right?
Why do I care? I don't care. I'm genuinely baffled, like, the writing.
John, you're so lucky.
Wait, she's marrying the dog? That's kind of sus.
How about we split it evenly 8 ways and call it a day?
Very fair. I will drop the paperwork immediately and we will get this all sorted out.
Just a minute. We were married for 18 years and she was only with him for 3.
Well, what else am I gonna do for the next 4 hours?
You are going to receive a sincere apology with the meaningful eye contact.
What the fuck?
And so, Amy, that's 20 seconds of eye contact.
That seems interminable. I truly did love each and every...
Alright, fair enough. Wait, where is Bruce? What if he's one of the crew that tried to get her blood?
I just wanted to come to one wedding and show that I'm actually doing pretty good.
See what my She-Hulk hair looks like.
Oh, I would love to see it.
Really?
Yeah. I think you're pretty great.
Oh god. I think he's using he's definitely one of them
You do?
people from that crew, right? Because why would they even show that in the previously?
Oh no, it's happening.
Oh. Oh. Really?
I'm going to publicly destroy you.
I mean, you got beat the first time. The fuck?
Get over it. I don't get over anything. This is just sad. It's no fun unless you're She-Hulk. Come on. You do not get to ruin everything for me for something that you don't even want.
But why did she attack the courtroom in the fucking first place? Can she though? Oh. Like, I mean, she got beat in episode 1, like... Why is this fight lasting longer than fucking episode 1's fight? Oof. Jesus. She's gonna... Wait, was that the fight? Are we done? Oh my fucking god, the MLG sound fucking horn, dude. Oh my god. Was that the fight? That was really the fight.
Hulk is at my wedding.
She's drunk as fuck.
I love you so.
Oh, what's going on with her eye? What the fuck was even the point?
Hold on. You have children? You have a child. You have kids. Mallory, book is...
That's enough questions.
Cancel She-Hulk.
This is... What? What is this?
Did she just look at the camera? What the fuck?
It's probably not even a thing, so just give me a call when
Oh.
we get this, and I love you so much!
I'm telling you, he's got to be a part of that crew. Intelligentsia, maybe? He's gonna get the blood. Maybe? If not, then what the fuck did... Oh. Wait, what? Who took that picture? Who is that? Who is this? You're fucking joking. I truly don't get this show. We've got 3 episodes left. Why are we doing filler episodes? This show should have been 6 episodes, honestly. And if this is the episode we're going to get, just release it all at once. I would have preferred that than getting a weekly release and these are the episodes that we get. Motherfucker, they teased Daredevil at the end of last episode, which usually means that the next episode we see that thing that they teased. But I guess not. And also, whatever that thing was at the end, right? How come like that camera was the exact same shot of the episode? You know what I mean? Like the camera that they were using to spy on She-Hulk was the same exact camera like the show's camera angle was. I hate shit like that. It's lazy as fuck. Like, let's just use the shot we recorded or filmed on set rather than just a new shot of a different angle from a different angle, you know what I mean? What the fuck was that Titania fight? Why did she even bother trying to fight She-Hulk in the first place when we've all figured out that She-Hulk is just going to beat her anyway because she beat her in the first fucking episode? Also, just to point out, why did Titania even like burst through the courtroom in episode 1? We never talked about that. What do I even say about the episode? Like, she even said it, it's a self-contained episode, which basically means it's filler. There's no progression of the story other than like, oh, people are out to get her blood, which we figured out back in fucking episode 3 or 4. So I don't understand what is happening with this show right now. Like, we're 6 episodes in, we've got 3 episodes left, and we get a filler episode, 2 filler episodes back to back. And it is even more frustrating though, because when you realise that the episode that She-Hulk tries to carry herself are the weakest episodes. You know what I mean? Like, the episodes with Wong in it, the episodes with, you know, well, I mean, I wouldn't even say last episode was that good either. Like, it was a majority just focused on She-Hulk on her own, right? And then right at the end, it was a tease to Daredevil. Last episode wasn't that good. Episode 4 was probably the best, I'd say. Episode 1 was okay. It was fine. Like, episode 1 and 4 seem to be the only good episodes so far. But, Jesus Christ, why tease Daredevil just to not have him show up this episode? It's baffling. Like, that's the type of writing that you do when you're not confident enough in your lead character. Yeah, let's tease another Marvel character coming into it, but we're not going to show that Marvel character because we don't want to. Like, it seems like they're desperate. You know what I mean? Like, they used Daredevil in the trailers because they knew nobody was really that interested in the show. You know? A majority of people are watching because of Daredevil. That is a fact, because Daredevil, let's be honest, is a better written show, 100% a better written show, and the character, from what I've seen so far of She-Hulk, like I said, I'm not too familiar with her in the comics, but from what I've seen of her in this show, she's boring as fuck, you know? It seems like they don't know what they want to do with her character, so they're just doing this back and forth, you know? Every male, for some reason, in this show is sexist as fuck. I don't know why. But the guy she was talking to at the wedding, he's obviously part of this group that's trying to get our blood, right? Intelligentsia or whatever it's called. It definitely feels like they're just trying to checkmark that. Oh, we need an like an overarching villain for the show. Check, tick, tick, because every Marvel formula is the fucking same, and people are now starting to realise that. But it's too late at this point, considering like most of the shows have already been written. You know, I genuinely have no idea what to say. Like, she called Bruce, he didn't pick up, probably still on Sakaar somewhere doing his own thing. But like, that fight with Titania was so short too. If that was probably the only highlight of the episode. And I know people would say, but you know, you only find it good because it's action. No, I find it good because it's somewhat entertaining. The rest of the episode just wasn't entertaining. Like, I don't even know if I laughed. I maybe chuckled like once. The jokes just aren't hitting. The one joke that hit, I feel like, is the one where Mr. Immortal jumped out the window. Because that's how I feel about the show. It could have worked 100 times better if the writing was good, the pacing was better, and, for example, they didn't have 9 episodes. If they didn't have 9 episodes, we wouldn't be getting these filler episodes right now. The show would be done. Right, and we would have already had Daredevil, and we would have wrapped up the storyline in 6 episodes rather than fucking 9, wasting time on this shit. The thing that makes it worse, though, is they did this to themselves, right? They showed Daredevil in the trailer. They did. So it's their fault. You know why they're doing that. It's because they're desperate for attention. They need the viewership, right? Because, oh, well, people aren't liking the original trailer, so maybe in the second trailer we'll just show Daredevil to tease fans. That's the only reason they did it. Only reason. They shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have teased Daredevil in the trailer. Then this show would have been infinitely more better if we didn't know he was going to be in this show. And then it's like, oh shit, he's coming, you know. But, like, especially last episode with the reaction, I would have been like, oh, holy shit, Daredevil. But, like, my reaction was just very tame, because it's like, I know he's coming. It's not really, like, insane, is it? I just feel like, I think Tatiana, like, Miss Laney, she's knocking out of the park in terms of charisma and stuff. But they're just not giving her enough material to make her, like, iconic as, let's say, like, Captain America or even, like, Black Widow. If you want to go a bit more on, like, the female side of things, or even, like, Scarlet Witch, right, or Okoye, you know, she doesn't really stand out. She just seems like a stereotypical Marvel character, which is crack jokes a few times, and that's it, because that's every single Marvel fucking character, because the writing is shit in every Marvel product. It's all the same. Every character's the exact same. The formula's the exact same. Big bad comes out of nowhere towards the end. We defeat the big bad. Boom. End of story. Like, Marvel, for the love of Christ, where's the dark and gritty shit? Where's Ghost Rider? Where's Midnight Suns? Where's that shit? That's the shit that I want. You know, I know people might not want that, but I need to see dark, gritty shit. Like, Blade better be rated R. If it ain't rated R, then fucking cancel that shit right now. That shit should be rated R. Fucking seeing Blade, like, chop up vampires and stuff, like, blood, guts, gore, like, I'd love that shit. But we're not gonna get it, because PG-13. Thankfully, though, Marvel Zombies is gonna at least be, like, TVMA, which maybe gives a bit of hope in terms of, like, Daredevil, Born Again, but, you know, there's different writers for the Daredevil show compared to the original, like, Netflix version, so that gets me worried in itself, right? Because I think the main, like, showrunners or the writers of the Born Again series are comedy writers, which gets me worried. We'll see, though. We just need to see how Daredevil is in this show. Then we'll be able to understand how he is overall, right? I think they'll have fun with Daredevil in this show compared to, like, his actual show, considering this is a comedy series, but I feel like it makes no difference whether it's this show or another MCU show. They're all the fucking same. Every character cracks jokes. Like, I already know people are going to try and defend the show by saying, oh, it's called She-Hulk, right? The focus should be on She-Hulk. But that's not even true. They spend more time with like, Mr. Immortal, they spent more time with that, it feels like, than they did with Jen. Like, motherfucker, the Marvel intro is longer than the episode. Or the credits itself are longer than the episode. There's not enough time to do what they need to do. What's the point of even having this episode? It's not progressing the story. Someone's out to get Jen. Everything we learn back in episode 3, we basically still know to now, you know? We don't have any story progression. Okay, we kind of know a little bit information in terms of, like, who's after her, like intelligentsia or whatever it's called, right? They're after her. Right? But we kind of knew someone was already after her, so what did the audience get out of this in terms of information? Nothing. What if Daredevil doesn't show up till the finale? He's either going to show up next episode or episode 8. Obviously, I mean, there's one of them. But, even, like, dude, if next episode is like this one, when they've teased, like, the big bad, even though, yet again, I think that's kind of annoying, because they seem to do that with every, like, Disney plus Marvel show. The only one that didn't do it, I feel like, was Miss Marvel, where they teased the villain before actually doing anything with the villain. Whoever the villain is, I mean, could it be a new character? Or someone that we wouldn't expect, like King? I don't think it'd be Kingpin, because Kingpin's out of the way right now. Obviously, he's going to be an Echo, right? Maybe the leader. I mean, they've teased that he's coming back for Captain America 4. It would make sense that he'd want her blood, right? Because that's how his head went in the Incredible Hulk film. It could either be the leader or maybe someone that we know. Or maybe one of the guys she went on a date with. But I'm starting to think that guy she was talking to at the wedding was related to that group that attacked her. We'll see. I mean, why was the camera focused on them two? Like, the whole king was watching them have that date. Or whatever it was, right? They were sitting at the table. How the fuck he got that camera angle, I don't know. Like I said it before, I'm not trying to be negative for the sake of being negative. I just want the show to have better writing. Is that too much to ask? I mean, we're not going to get that. I mean, we're 6 episodes deep. They've already written the last few episodes. They're not going to change it up, obviously. But it's baffling how a show like this, like everyone hypes up, like, oh, 9 episodes, finally away from the 6 episode formula. Well, that's fine. It doesn't really help the show when it's 9 episodes and like most of them have been filler episodes. You know what I mean? You could have just cut it down, have the episodes be longer so you can do more in that time, so you can have more important plot points, and you can do some filler stuff too with 6 episodes. You can have fun in some episode, but then still have important plot points happen. You know? It's not that hard, you just lower the amount of episodes, but per week we get more out of the episodes than what we get right now. Obviously the episodes aren't going to be long, considering Marvel are going for the 30-minute sitcom thing, but if we want to talk about better writing for 30-minute sitcoms, you've got The Office, In-Betweeners, 2.5 Men, etc. You know, you've got all them shows. But for some reason, yet again, Marvel just don't know how to write. It's been like that all Phase 4, I feel like. It's either been a situation of, like, the writing's been bad, or the film starts good, or the show starts extremely well, and then towards the end it just kind of fizzles out. Right? Like Shang-Chi. I thought the first half of Shang-Chi was fucking amazing. It was great. Like, the martial arts shit, it was so good. And then the second half just went, just a CGI fest. And it was just like, remember when Eternals came out and everyone was like shitting on it? Because it's like, oh, it's the worst Marvel film that's ever been made. And it's like, come on, that might be an exaggeration, surely. Then I watched it on Disney Plus, because I couldn't be asked going to the cinema for it. And it wasn't that bad of a film. Like, it was okay. It wasn't, like, amazing. But it wasn't, like, outright shit. However, this show is. Like, this show is just bad. In my opinion, obviously, it might be a hot take to say that She-Hulk is worse than Eternals. I don't know. But Phase 4 really hasn't been that great. The only show that's actually stood out, in my opinion, that's been really good from beginning to end, like I said, in my opinion, is Loki. I keep thinking about what Jen said in episode, was it 3 or 4, where she kind of talked to the audience and said, like, just remember whose show this actually is. But I feel like even, like, 6 episodes in, that's still not the case. Like, sure, this show is She-Hulk, right? But it still doesn't feel like that. This episode itself proves it. Right? It felt like filler, and at the same time, it feels like they spent more time on the Mr. Immortal stuff than the shit with She-Hulk. And then the shit with She-Hulk just had her going against, like, a villain. And I guess talking to a guy that's obviously probably going to betray her. Come on, I mean, how else would they have got that camera angle of them two having that dinner date or whatever, right? Intelligentsia. So the show really isn't about her. I mean, it isn't. Like, she doesn't have that much development as a character. Like, oh, she just accepts that she's She-Hulk in, like, 2 or 3 episodes. But even then, I don't think that's enough development. Like, what, 2 or 3 episodes to figure out who she truly is? Like, usually that would take, like, all season. You know, you don't see her really struggling with her identity, you know? It's like a few throwaway lines that get put in the episode, and that's about it. You know? And also, like, just to point out, I still think Jen is so inconsistent in the episodes. Like, sometimes she's very likable. Like, this episode, she wasn't too bad. But there's been a few episodes this season where she's just been like, what the fuck? Why is she, like, belittling Hulk, for instance? Or she's just being weird around certain characters and being a bit of a egotistical fuck. You know, she's got a big ego for some reason out of nowhere. It's like, what? That's not her character. Like, I do think a lot of people, like, rating it, like, 1 out of 10 and stuff is kind of ridiculous. I've seen that on, like, IMDb and shit throughout, like, the time the show's been on. It's kind of stupid. Like, it's not that bad. It's bad. But it ain't that bad. I've seen much worse than this. It just doesn't feel like anything is happening. There's a lot of fillers. It isn't necessary to watch, really. I mean, you could skip this whole show, really, as of right now, unless like something fucking insane happens in the next 3 episodes, which I doubt. Overall, another mediocre, bad episode, in my opinion. Just, why do filler? 6 episodes in. We've got 3 episodes left, and you're doing filler? Come on, dude. It's ridiculous. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Ta-ta! And fair.